Hi, and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Thanks so much for joining us today. It's so great to be right here on Charter Channel 8, 6 days a week. But if for some reason you can't catch us because you're out enjoying this beautiful fall weather, we do encourage you to find us on the internet. You can find us on blip.tv or YouTube. And the great thing is if you like us on Facebook, Leanne does update the most recent episode right to the Facebook page, so you don't have to, it's just a click away for you to see what's going on in your community. So think about that, and also think about some great ideas you'd like to see right here on the Owatonna Today Show. If there's an event coming up in your life that you'd like to see covered, all you have to do is send us an email, owatonnatoday@charter.net, or call Leanne Alt at 390-5751 and let us know what you'd like to see, and we'll see what we can do about that. It's going to be a great show for you today, as we're going to be talking to Tanya Paley and the Coalition for Drug-Free Owatonna area. Also, we're going to be speaking with the foundation, the Owatonna Foundation gentlemen, and we'd like to thank the Owatonna Foundation for being a part of this opportunity for the Owatonna Today Show, growing our community, making it a better place. So we'll talk to them and you'll find out more about that opportunity and that just the great organization that it is. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet of Horizon Eye Care Professionals, eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Did you know that it is illegal in the city of Owatonna to host or allow a gathering where minors will be consuming alcoholic beverages on your property or in your residence? Did you know that it is illegal to provide minors with alcohol unless they are your own kids in your own home? Underage drinking leads to increased risk of future chemical dependency, engaging in more serious criminal activity, and becoming a victim of a crime. Please help keep our kids and our community safe by not encouraging, hosting, or allowing underage drinking. This is a message from the Owatonna Police Department and the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have with me two gentlemen who are representing the Owatonna Foundation. I have with me Dave Einhaus and Tom Dufresne. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning, Shelley. Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure, because it's an opportunity for us to, I think maybe people, they've heard the word Owatonna, but they maybe have heard the Owatonna Foundation. And it's an opportunity for us to share a little bit more about what the foundation does. But before we do that, if you don't mind, I'd love for you to each go ahead and introduce yourself and tell our audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Dave Einhaus, and I'm the current president of the Owatonna Foundation. I'm in my third year of a 5-year term, I believe, so a couple of years yet to go.
It's before re-election, and the campaign starts, and the bustling, and
it's quite a process.
The baby kissing, yes.
And I'm in my 10th year as a trustee.
Okay, good. So.
I'm Tom Dufresne, and I'm a trustee of the foundation, and I've been a trustee for the last 3 years.
Oh, good. So, Dave, this Owatonna Foundation, you've been a trustee for quite a while. Why is this such an important component to the community?
Well, if you look around the community, there's a number of capital projects that we take for granted here.
Can we talk about what do you mean capital projects?
Capital projects is basically bricks and mortar. We help build buildings and things that will be permanent features in the community. Recently, the water park, we were a significant portion of getting the water park put together. If you go up the road on 26th Street under the underpass, you go up to the Homestead Hospice, we were a significant part of that. You head back downtown, and the public library expansion, we were part of that. The History Center recently. The Four Seasons Center was a significant thing. And much of the park and trail system in Owatonna would not have been possible without grants from the Owatonna Foundation. So we do things that are going to be permanent features in the community.
And so pretty much everywhere you go in Owatonna, the foundation has its fingerprint almost on every area.
It's interesting. We have produced a map that we use as we're making fundraising calls. It has the Owatonna Foundation logo on a variety of major projects that we've funded over the years. And when you look at that map, it's just astounding, all of the things that are on there that were a result of efforts by the Owatonna Foundation.
How long has the foundation been in the area?
We're in our 55th year. We have made over $11 million in grants during that time. And it's become apparent in the most recent years that there's a need to educate the public on what the Owatonna Foundation is, what it has done, because we need people to understand that we are a community foundation and we need the support of all of the community members to continue doing what we're doing.
Yeah, it seems, because the list that you gave is an interesting dichotomy, because there's the water park, and the library, not necessarily two things you think of in the same thing, but I think there could be a misconception that's more city-based. It's more for the city side of things, but it's actually community-based.
It really is community. We have cooperated with the city on a number of projects where they are involved, but it really is community-based. We deal largely with 501c3 organizations who we generally ask them to share in the fundraising responsibility for a project. For example, if you look at the Darts Park baseball grandstand, that was an effort by the parents and folks interested in Owatonna baseball to raise funds, and then the Owatonna Foundation met those funds halfway, and it was a 50-50 challenge grant. And so we do that. It helps the groups that are interested in the projects raise their funds, and yet we are a really vital part of that funding package.
When you talked a little bit about education, and I think, Tom, one of the best ways that you can do that is through what started last year. It's the Owatonna Foundation Week. The mayor has made a proclamation of sorts, and so you're continuing that this year. And so tell me a little bit, why is this week important to the foundation?
Foundation Week is next week,
Yep.
The 7th to the 13th of October. And what we're trying to do is build awareness and support from the community for the Owatonna Foundation and what we do. And we've got a number of events that are planned. On Tuesday, Plaza Morena has been generous enough. If you eat at Plaza Morena next Tuesday, October 8th, they will donate a percentage of their proceeds to the Owatonna Foundation. On Wednesday, we have a legacy luncheon for our donors. So this is by invitation only, but we have a speaker, and we want to recognize and thank those people.
So that it sounds like, a combination, awareness and thanking people for their help with the foundation. Okay, good.
Yes, exactly. On Thursday, we have a wine tasting, which is open to the public at the Holiday Inn, and you can get tickets for that from any trustee or at Kotke Jewelers or the foundation. So.
Okay, and then
on Saturday, we have an open house at our new office on West Park Square, 108 West Park Square, right next to the Little Professor.
Where you can get your tickets.
Where you can get tickets, absolutely. Well, that'll actually be after the wine tasting, okay. So don't wait that long to get your ticket.
No, but the building itself is where you can get the wine.
But you can go there, yes, before then, yep, and or you can give us a call. So that just gives people an opportunity to stop by, learn a little bit more about the foundation, and have a cup of coffee and see us. And then on Sunday, we have a community brunch, and we're fortunate to have 4 organizations that have sponsored us: Hy-Vee, the Colonel Restaurant, the Kitchen, and Owatonna Country Club. And if you have brunch at any of those restaurants, local restaurants, they will be donating a percentage of their proceeds also.
Which goes right back into the community, as we were saying a little bit earlier.
Yes, totally community-based foundation, and everything that every dollar that we get is going to go back into community projects.
And that's what's great about the week that you have, the week long, is you have all these businesses who stepped up and said we want to help, because they also, as a business, see the benefit of having the growth in the area through these brick and mortar campaigns. But I'm curious if you could tell me, Dave, why the need for a brick and mortar building yourself? You said it's been there 55 years, you've been around town. What's the difference now? What has made the choice for you guys to do that?
We thought it was important because we're emphasizing the fact that we are a community foundation, to have a physical presence in the community. We have been much more active in our fundraising role in the last couple of years because of large grants that have been made for some significant projects, and wanting to not be reliant solely on legacies or bequests and wills, but to have people understand that it's important to support community projects that benefit large segments of the community. And it's arts, education, community. There's just, we really have touched virtually every segment of the community, and I can guarantee you that everybody utilizes something that the Owatonna Foundation has been involved in around the community.
Well, and Tom, you talked about legacy, and there may be some people who would love to be a part of this. Maybe they're busy next week out of town. Are there other ways that people can help donate to the Owatonna Foundation?
Absolutely. And we have started also what we call our Legacy Society. And the Legacy Society gives community members an opportunity to include us in their estate plan. And for example, using myself as the example, Owatonna has been very important to me, and this community has been a tremendous place to raise my family. We have great friends here, and have always felt very welcomed, and we want to make sure that continues in the future. And I believe that if you take a look at Owatonna and what it is today, and you take out the Owatonna Foundation projects, this is a different place. And we want Owatonna to continue to be Owatonna today and for 5, 10, 50, and 100 years from now. And I know that if the Owatonna Foundation is here at that time and thriving, that we're going to be far more likely to get those projects that we need funded and completed and built down the road.
And so by becoming part of this legacy, making them part of your estate planning, you can help ensure that continues.
Absolutely.
All right, so the the Foundation Week is next week, starting on Tuesday.
Yep.
And great opportunities. Do you have a website that people can go to?
Yes, we do. OwatonnaFoundation.org.
Okay, good. If they want more information.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you so much, and have a great week next week. It's celebrating the Foundation.
Thank you.
It's exciting.
Yep, appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, I'm Dr. Amy Swain from Amy Swain Hearing Centers, and you are invited to my hearing aid open house. For 1 week only, get special pricing on the latest Siemens Micon hearing instruments. This latest technology can provide up to 48 channels of frequency resolution, which makes this hearing aid provide a very natural and clear sound quality. This special event is only at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. Call 1-800-804-3361 for an appointment and get special pricing 1 week only. 1-800-804-3361, where Dr. Amy Swain wants everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with our good pal, Tanya Paley. Hey.
Good morning, Shelley.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I just love fall, so I'm a happy camper.
My favorite time of year. I do. The smell in the air, it's fantastic. So it's also an interesting time of year for you because it's kind of the wind down.
It is. Well, actually, it's the gearing up, in fact, because October 1st started our new year. We're on a federal calendar.
We should also talk about what you are.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm here for the Steele County Safe and Drug-Free Coalition, and I'm the project coordinator for that. And so it's my job to keep everything moving in the direction that the community wants. And I'm the person that you can reach out to if you want to get more information. So that's what we're here to talk about today.
I think that's what's great about this is it's not this group of people in the office trying to do everything. It's a community active thing where people are trying to get everyone involved, talking, communicating. And so what was last year like for you, last fiscal year?
Yeah, so last year, a couple of the highlights that we did as a community, one thing would be that comes first to mind is we had our youth advisory board really involved in seeing if they could get the parks in their communities smoke-free. And so we had 2 successes there. Blooming Prairie and Medford both decided, yep, we would like to have our parks be healthy places and tobacco-free places. So signs went up in Blooming Prairie, and they'll be going up shortly in Medford. And the teens are standing a little taller.
That's got to be a real success story for them to know that they have actually made a real difference in their community.
Absolutely. And they got great experience. They went in front of city council, and they did, of course, you might be thinking, what about Owatonna? They did, if you were reading the paper, you probably saw they did go to Park and Rec Board and City Council this year in Owatonna as well, and that conversation is continuing. It was not... they just weren't ready to make that decision in Owatonna, so they'll continue to talk with the folks in Owatonna. But so they went in front of all 3 city councils this year, and they did it themselves. I was there to cheer them on, and so were some other coalition members, and obviously we worked with them prior to that. But I think that's really so. One thing I would like to say is if you know a young person that would like to get involved in the projects this year, and in fact will want to be deciding what those are shortly. But it's a little different than, say, an after-school program because we're really county-wide, number one, so they get to work with teens from other schools. And then number 2, we're really looking at projects, community action, community change projects. What could we do to make this community better? And I think young people get really excited about that. We all do, but I think they do.
Especially because sometimes I feel like maybe as a teenager you feel your voice isn't heard. Because you're a kid, what do you know? To be able to be a part of something that they can believe in and they can see an actual result can be pretty life-changing, I would think.
I think so, yeah. So that was definitely a highlight. Another thing that we are doing this year and that we have been doing for a couple of years is the Project Northland Alcohol Prevention Curriculum, which is in Owatonna and Blooming Prairie schools. And so if you have a 6th, 7th, or 8th grader, in either of those school districts, you probably, if you have a 6th grader, you'll see it for the first time. It's these comic books that come home, and it's an opportunity for parents, kind of guides that discussion between parents and kids at home, and then between peers at school, which is so important. Kind of hitting that, hopefully, before they're experimenting with anything. I have a 6th grader, so she'll be bringing those home this year. It'll be interesting to be on the other side of that one. But I think we're starting to get the data back from our community about what 6th through 12th graders are doing, and the idea is that this will really bring the underage drinking rates down, and especially they do it 6th, 7th, 8th grade. They get to high school. Hopefully we've put those we've had those conversations and they're ready for high school.
Well, and I love that, we've talked in the past, and there's, making it more of a positive conversation because, quite honestly, there's not that many underage kids who drink. We think everybody does, but when you look at the statistics, it's actually they're the minority, and so to just have those conversations.
Yep, empowering the kids to say, hey, if you're, I was just in the video store with my older daughter on a Friday night, and she saw her friend with her mom at the video store on a Friday night, and I made sure to say, you know what, this is normal to be watching a movie with your family on Friday night. That's not that crazy, but you hear about all the things that people did on the weekend that, nobody really brags about watching a video with their parents on Friday night.
It's not very exciting.
No, but that's what most of our teenagers are doing. Yep. They're doing something very, very safe, very normal. They're connecting with their family. They're connecting with their friends in healthy ways. So yes, definitely we want to stress that's the way to go. Let's see, what else in terms of highlights? Well, we have continued a cooperation with the Owatonna Hospital and pharmacies to help spread the word about prescription drug safety. And we actually had a workshop that we did in the Somali community just a couple weeks ago. So we're trying to kind of reach across language barriers and cultural barriers and really spread the word about making sure that you're keeping your medicine somewhere safe where people can't get it and that you're not sharing it.
It is your name on the bottle.
And we laugh, but I think it does happen. So just thinking about that before you do that. And then the third thing is, of course, our Take It to the Box program. And we've collected now almost 3,000 pounds of prescription drugs in Steele County. There's a box here at the Law Enforcement Center available 24 hours a day.
And that's basically if you have a prescription that you don't need anymore, instead of throwing it in the trash or just keeping it for next time, which
people do that, but that's not a good idea.
Nope. Bringing it to the Law Enforcement Center and just getting rid of it in a safe, careful way.
Exactly. Yep. And it gets incinerated in a safe way. We transport it to a special place to get it taken care of. So then it doesn't go into our groundwater, it doesn't go into our landfills, and of course, it doesn't go into somebody who shouldn't have it. So all good things. So I think those are kind of the highlights for what we've done this year. We're really excited about the coming year, and I wanted to give people an opportunity to know how they could get involved.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, so first of all, we do have a parents group. So if you're a parent or even a grandparent and you'd like to give some input on some speakers, we've generally brought speakers in a couple times a year for parents and offered that to the community. We'd love to hear what you care about. So what do you care about out there that has to do with teens' safe development, their good healthy choices, and that kind of thing. So that's one thing you could get involved in. We talked about our youth advisory board, so teenagers out there that want to get involved can contact me as well. If you are excited about this prevention curriculum in the schools that we were talking about, there are opportunities to volunteer to come in for the leadership training that we do in the schools. So if you have a few hours, generally that's in the spring, but let us know and we'll keep you in mind for that. And then generally, we just have a volunteer list. So if you contact us and say, hey, if you have a special event where you need some volunteers, we were at the fair and we had a booth, and you probably saw a lot of us there. We can always use folks then and other times during the year. So those are some good ways to get involved,
and
Shelley.
How can they contact you?
Well, first of all, my office is in the United Way, so you can always call the United Way, and then my contact information is up on the screen right now. That 676 number is a cell phone, so that's another direct way to reach me, and I'm always checking my email, like a lot of us do. So lots of great ways to reach me.
What changes we just have a minute left, but what changes have you seen in the community since the Safe and Drug Free has been really being stepped up?
Well, I think one of the things is awareness, just the awareness that those conversations that we have with our kids can make a difference. And so that's one thing. As I said, we're starting to get the data, and what we're seeing is kind of a flatlining on use. So we know that as kids get older, we would expect that curve to kind of go up.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing is somewhat of a flatlining. So we're hoping that will continue across the across the grades,
Okay.
and we'll be reporting that data some more as we get it in.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and hopefully you'll be able to get out there and talk to them and find out how you can be a part of this. Thanks so much, Tanya.
Thanks, Shelley.
All right, we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
We're going to take a quick look at your community announcements, make sure you know what's going on, and make sure you have ample opportunities to get out in your community, do some awesome things like the Steele County Historical Society's children programming. It's coming up October 3rd at the History Center. History Detectives is a preschool age children program that meets at 10:15 in the exhibit hall of the History Center. The topic will be harvest season, and it's free for children, and it's the first Thursday of every month. So if you can't hit this one, you can always get another one. If you want more information, you can call the Historical Society at 451-1420. It's the Pumpkin Patch. Steele County's Humane Society is offering an opportunity for you to pick up a pumpkin and a pet at the same time, Saturday and Sunday, October 5th and 6th, from noon to 3 at the Oakview Nursery in Pumpkin Patch here in Owatonna. You can contact the Humane Society at 451-4512. They were here a couple weeks ago. A lot of pets who need homes, especially this kind of year. We want to make sure they get a safe, warm home before the snow flies, so just make sure you contact them for more information. Harvest Fest 2013 is coming up next week, Thursday and Friday. Actually, it's this week. It's Thursday and Friday, 3rd and 4th. It's an opportunity for you to actually get some fun shopping in. There will be sidewalk sales. Stores will be open late on Thursday night, tomorrow night. You can enjoy the scarecrows on display as well as refreshments. And on Friday, it's the OHS Homecoming Parade at 1:40. That's always a big event and a lot of fun. Then on Saturday, they do have the sidewalk sale continuing, as well as a corn maze and pumpkin patch at Oakview Nursery. In Central Park, there is the farmers market as well as the Great Pumpkin Contest, and they're actually having a prize for the smallest pumpkin as well as the largest, so you can have some fun with that, as well as free children's pumpkin painting. So make sure you check that out this weekend. Get out to downtown Owatonna and see what's going on in the area. Leanne, Gehring, Ryan, and Charlie Putnam have a exhibit at the Owatonna Arts Center, and it's going to be October 6th through the 27th with an open reception on the 5th. Leanne is an artist instructor at Mankato West, and Charlie teaches at LeSueur and Henderson, and both gather inspiration from their life situation visualized in abstract, whimsical scenarios. Some are tributes to artists they admire, but both enjoy manipulating the materials of acrylic mixed media. So check that out. Have some fun. Stop by the Owatonna Arts Center. If you haven't been there for a while, it's a great opportunity to see the beautiful things in our area. And the Owatonna Foundation they have their foundation week that's starting next week. It's the fall wine tasting on Thursday. Make sure you check that out. And they do have also an opportunity for you to just kind of find a little bit more, as they have an open house on Friday, so you can see what the foundation has done and maybe how you can be involved in it. If you do want to be a part of the wine tasting, it is $20 each, and you can contact the Owatonna Foundation for more information. We'll be back on Friday. See you then. So until then, please be safe and have a great week. Thanks for watching.